Welcome back to our very last Zodiac room series. We're kind of bummed
I'm bummed.
We're done with this.
It's been a lot of fun.
I know.
It has.
It really has been a lot of fun. So we're in Capricorn, and this is a very, I want to say, more of a traditional office space, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the Capricorns are known to be hardworking. I think I read that they were like the hardest working sign of the Zodiac. So that's why we find ourselves in this office space that has an amazing bookcase back here.
I think it's a great space for a Capricorn because it presents a lot of different options that they love. You have a great bookcase here that really can reflect your personality, but we also have a couple of spaces to that you can set back, you can regroup, uncluttered, think, relax, all of those. Because finding that balance after a hard working day, you kind of need something like that.
That's right. Capricorns are also very organized and they like storage, keeping clutter away, keeping their space nice and tidy. And I think something for storage, like a bookcase or even file drawers or something like that, would also they would gravitate towards that.
And also the color palette in here is very warm, earth tones. They're an earth sign, right?
Right, they are an earth sign.
Yeah.
So that's where you'll find the browns and grays and white, things that are very earth tone, warm. I also read that they're about leather and wood. So we've got this all leather sofa here in this nice brown tone, and then this beautiful desk.
I like some of the elements that have been incorporated in here. You have a really nicely cleaned line, leather, more modernistic type of
Right.
And then we have this great, more traditional style tribal rug that just really represents, I think, a nice balance. It's a warm, cozy space.
Even these office chairs with the details of the tufting leans a little more traditional, which is nice, and it definitely works well with this rug.
I read that that Capricornians are about timeless spaces. So I really feel like with the traditional blend of modern, like it's timeless, right? It goes in and out, and it's capturing both today and yesterday.
Yep, for sure. And I love the touches of black. I think it really makes an impact in this space.
It's been nicely incorporated. You have those as accents. You've got a few metal. You know, they do like to incorporate some. You have a nice warm metal accent with your stained glass shade on that particular lamp. It's kind of almost ambient lighting in here, just again, to keep not too much light in that space.
Right, and so this sign is in the winter. So they like to layer the lighting too, because it's dark in the winter. Another thing too, they like to bring plants in. So we have these great olive trees, so they're bringing the outdoors in, again, not spending a lot of time outside in the winter unless you're bundled up warm, depending on where you live.
Warm place, yeah.
Yes.
So let's talk about the horses. So we know the Capricorn is represented by a goat. We don't have goats in this space, but the next best option is a horse. And we have a nice horse painting over here, and then we have some horse heads on the bookshelf.
Nicely incorporated.
Yes, so I would represent those as the hardworking, right? So horses are hardworking, they're workers on a farm, and the timeless piece, like they go back in history where they have been working for humans for years and years.
Right.
So I also read for Capricornians that presentation is everything. So this space feels very intentional. They're spending their money on classy home investments rather than what's trending now.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense because they like that timeless, I want to say elegance that's
Yes.
going to last for years. So they're going to invest in pieces that will be around.
Right, and never go out of style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, the displays within the bookcase here, it's nice and organized, but at the same time, it keeps everything in order. But you're also selecting, we have a couple of pieces of nice framed art. These are pieces, Capricorns are collectors, if you will, right? I could see a Capricorn going and shopping, in an antique and selecting things, or
Yes.
being on a trip.
Right.
And just, we have some travel books in here. I think they're travelers and collectors.
I love it.
Yeah.
I want to go shopping with a Capricorn now. So this past year has been a lot of fun learning about all the different zodiacs and seeing how these spaces have really come together to fit the characteristics of each. What has been your favorite part about doing this past year?
I think my favorite part has been just learning a little bit about each of the signs and understanding that it can morph a space for that individual, but at the same time, it might be a shared space. So finding that balance between representing your own individual taste and creating beauty around you and others that live in your home.
Right. For me, it's brought awareness of like, oh, that's why you are the way you are. But also learning that these people are Capricorns, and then being inside their home and saying, oh, now I get it. And I don't know that they knew that they were, designing their space, but it just happens that that's how it landed, and it fits all these bills of like, that's your zodiac sign.
Yeah.
You tend to gravitate towards those things, and the more we've studied this last year about the zodiac, like it's just, it's like the stars know.
Totally.
Even when we don't.
Right, exactly.
What about you?
I would say similar to you, where I think there's more of a sense of relatedness to the people in our lives, where we know their sign and we do this, and it's like, okay, like you do have these characteristics that we've learned about. So it's been a really fun journey. We're looking forward to next year. We have some new things planned. And we would love to hear from you what has been your favorite part this past year watching these zodiac signs. As always, you can find everything in this room and more at afw.com or in store.
And happy birthday, Capricorns.